When reading an author or listening to a speaker, we automatically listen for their message. The message, or the main idea, is a pretty straightforward concept. It's exactly what it sounds like, the idea that the passage is expressing. It's the answer to the question, what is this passage about? Is it an exploration of the historical forces that created modern American consumerism? Is it about the summers that the author spent at her grandmother's house? Whatever the main idea is, be sure that you can correctly identify it and discuss it intelligently. So let's say we're reading a difficult, dense passage on the multiple choice section. The passage is about the scientific impact of pesticides on insect populations in South America. How do we find the author's main idea? At first, the passage uses a lot of scientific terms to say that pesticides are bad and killing all the insects, how the local ecosystem is damaged and everything could die. By the end of the passage, though, there is a shift, and she becomes optimistic. She says that insects survive and can adapt to the changing ecosystem. Crisis averted. So is the author for or against the use of pesticides? Do not think like this on the AP exam. Passages are often far more complex than just a clear-cut for or against argument. Incorrect answer choices on the multiple choice questions will misguide you and choose interpretations that are exaggerations of the passage's message. It could say something like, to explain the devastating impact of pesticides on insect populations, or to argue for the complete abolition of pesticides. Both of these may seem like correct answers, but the author has a much more complex and less extreme view. Actually, now is a good time to address charged or emotional words. If an answer choice includes diction that suggests an emotional or biased opinion, it's usually not the correct answer. The most objective answer is the one with the least amount of charged words. Another choice could say, to identify the multiple ways that pesticides impact insect populations and how those populations adapt to the changing circumstances within their ecological niches. Now that is a mouthful, but it has the complexity and objectivity that we identified when we were reading the passage. That is a much more precise explanation of the purpose, and it isn't simple or extreme like the others were. My point is this: never let the test writers mislead you with extreme interpretations in the answer choices. Sometimes you'll even see the same misleading interpretations show up on several different questions and in several different answers. Just because you see them repeated over and over again doesn't make them correct. Don't doubt yourself and think that you have to reread. Just identify the purpose and don't get distracted by bad interpretations in the answers.